Yeah, good morning, dear students. Today we are going to start new topic, that is the reproductive health. Okay. So what are the areas we have to study under the reproductive health? Let us see. The first one, we have to learn about the definition of reproductive health. The second one, population explosion. Third one, third one, medical termination of pregnancy. Fourth one, contraceptives. And fifth one, sexually transmitted diseases. And sixth one, infertility. Okay, so these are the areas we have to learn under the topic reproductive health. So under the reproductive health, we have to learn about the reproductive health, population explosion, medical termination of pregnancy, contraceptives, sexually transmitted diseases, and infertility. Let us see the first one, reproductive health. Right. So another reproductive health means, what is the definition of reproductive health? Let us see that one. Reproductive health right. So the term reproductive health means a person who is physically fit doesn't mean that he is reproductive health. That means a person should be physically fit and he should be emotionally good and he should have behaviorally good and also he should be socially well-being with the remaining people in the society. So according to World Health Organization, the term reproductive health means a person who is physical, social, emotional and behaviorally well-being is called as reproductive healthy. Such persons will build up a reproductive healthy society. Now let us see what are the problems and strategies of reproductive health. So let us see now need for reproductive health and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. Okay, need for reproductive health and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. So if we see the reproductive health problems are the major cause of death. So the reproductive health problems are the major cause of death among whom? Among the people who are in a reproductive age group. So that means the reproductive health problems are the major cause of death among the people, those who are in reproductive age group throughout the world. So to prevent that, different countries has initiated different plans to bring about the reproductive health. Among that, India is the first country. So India is the first country to initiate an action plan called as Family Planning Program. In the year 1951. So this is one of the important questions for objective. So India initiated an action plan. India is the first country to initiate action plan called as Family Planning Program in the year 1951. And also India implemented improved programs like RCH. So what is the meaning of RCH? RCH means reproductive child health care. So RCH means reproductive child health care. So what about the reproductive child health care means? Under reproductive child health care, the government brings awareness about various reproductive related problems and cure. And also it provides infrastructure and also facilities to build up a healthy reproductive society. Right? So let us see the next one, how to control the population and what are the problems arising from the excessive populations. Before that, how the government is bringing action plans under the reproductive child health care. Let us see that one also now. Let us see now steps to achieve so first step. So these are the steps to achieve reproductive healthy society. Okay, the first step, if we see, the government and non-government organization should take the help of print media, electronic media. Why? To educate the people and bring awareness among the people regarding reproductive health issues, regarding sexually transmitted diseases and prevention of sexually transmitted diseases. The second step is sex education at the school level. That means the parents, elders, and teachers should educate the children. Right? So the parents should educate the children about what? About adolescence. That means about the adolescence and changes that takes place during adolescence. And also they should educate about the contraceptive methods, and they should educate about the safe and hygiene sex practices. So this helps the society to build up a reproductive healthy society, so that the children will lose their misconceptions regarding the sex at the school level. Right? It is very important to introduce sex education at the school level to eradicate the misconception among the young individuals about the sex and sex related things. Right? Third one, educating the people. So which people should be educated? The people should be educated means here the people those who are in the reproductive age group. Remember that. The people those who are in the reproductive age group should be educated. Are the people those who are in marriageable age? Are the people those who have got recently married? So what we should educate them? We should educate them about the availability of contraceptive methods, importance of small family, taking care of pregnant women, and after that postnatal care. That means taking care of the mother and newly born child, and importance of breastfeeding. Third one, equal importance to both male and female child. Right? This helps to build a healthy reproductive society. And third one, large scale immunization. Large scale immunization means immunizing the people with vaccinations, immunizing the children with vaccines to prevent different diseases, so that it reduces the infant mortality rate, and also it reduces the people with things like polio, like that. So that we can eradicate some diseases by vaccinating the people, right? And also people should get educated about the sexual abuse and also sex related crimes, so that the society will be reproductively a healthy society when these are eradicated. And also the government should provide infrastructure, facilities, and providing contraceptives to build up a healthy reproductive society. And also prevent female feticides. Female feticides means what? Killing the fetus by knowing the sex of the fetus. If the fetus sex is female, the female was aborted. The fetus was aborted from the mother. And this is happening from a long time in India, especially. If the woman gets pregnant, they'll go for the sex determination test, and if they find that the fetus is female, they get aborted that fetus. Then what is the problem? The problem is that the male population is increasing and the female population is decreasing, right? So the sex ratio between male and female is having a lot of difference, so that basing upon that the sex related crimes are also increasing on the women. So how to prevent? And what are the steps taken by the government to prevent the female feticides, and also some contraceptive methods, right? Let us see that one also now. Right, let us see now. Ban on amino synthesis. So amino synthesis is a method. We take the pregnant woman, so mother who is pregnant, okay, with the womb, and this is the fetus, and the fetus is connected to the maternal tissue with the help of umbilical cord and placenta, and the fetus is surrounded by amnion. So this is the amnion, and inside the amnion we can see amniotic fluid. So what the amniotic fluid consists of? The amniotic fluid consists of the cells of the fetus and also urine of the fetus. Then with the help of a needle, with the help of a syringe, they extract the amniotic fluid. So they extract the amniotic fluid for what? They extract the amniotic fluid to study about chromosomal abnormalities, because in the amniotic fluid, so this is the amnion of the fetus, and this is the amniotic fluid, right? They extract the amniotic fluid with the help of a syringe, and they study that amniotic fluid under the microscope. So in that amniotic fluid, the cells of the fetus is present. In the cells, they study about the chromosomes. Then what is the use of studying chromosomes? The study of chromosomes help the people to find out if the fetus is suffering with any chromosomal disorders. What are the chromosomal disorders like? Means like Turner's syndrome, Klinefelter syndrome, and Down's syndrome, right? So the chromosomal study helps to identify whether the fetus is having the Turner's syndrome or Klinefelter syndrome or Down's syndrome, right? If the fetus is suffering with any of these syndromes, then the fetus can get aborted. But instead of finding these syndromes, the people started to find out the sex of the fetus also by studying their chromosomal pattern. When they came to know that fetus is female, they are getting that fetus aborted. So the government of India banned the amniocentesis test to prevent the female feticides, to prevent killing of the female fetus. And also government of India also developed a contraceptive drug called as Saheli. Saheli was developed by Central Drug Research Institute, Lucknow. It is once a week pill. So we learn about Saheli when we are reading about in the contraceptive methods. Now let us see about the population explosion. What are the reasons for the increase in the population and how to reduce that population? We'll study that one also now. Right, we go for the next one. So population explosion and birth control. So in the past, if we see in the recent decades, the health of the people, that means the medical facilities of the people have been increased and the lifespan of the people also has been increased. With increased facilities, the population also increased. Previously, if we see that maternal mortality rate means death rate. So mortality rate of the mother is more. The women used to die at the time of deliveries. So the maternal mortality rate is high in the past. Similarly, infant mortality rate also. So infant mortality rate is also very high. So in the past decades, the mother's death rate is more and the infant death rate is also more. For example, if you take in the year 1900, okay, what about the world population? World population is 2 billion. In 1900, the world population is 2 billion. But in 2000, it is around 6 billions. Then what about India? India at the time of independence, its population was 350 millions. Okay, in India its population was 350 millions. But in 2000 census, it is around 1 billion. That means every sixth person in the world is an Indian. But according to 2011 census, it increased to 1.2 billion. Then at what rate the population of India is increasing? According to 2011 census, the population is increasing at the rate of 1.7%. That means less than 2%. That means it is around 17 per thousand per year. Okay? It is increasing at the rate of 17 per thousand per year. That means if it increases like this, within a decade, the population becomes double. So what are the problems we face if the population is becoming double? Means we know that we'll face a lot of problems for food, shelter, and also jobs also, right? So these are the problems we face. Then how to control these problems? Let us see that one also now. So let us see first one, reasons for increase in population. So what are the reasons for increase in population? Right? We should know the reasons why the population is increasing at this rate. First one, maternal mortality rate has been decreased. Similarly, infant mortality rate also decrease, and reproductive age group is more. The people, those who are in the reproductive age group are more. And similarly, the medical facilities has also been improved. So these are the reasons why the population is increasing in the world and also especially in India. Right? So how to control this population? Let us see that one also now. Right? Let us see the methods to control population. So first one, promoting smaller families. Increasing the use of contraceptives and raising the legal age of marriage and incentives to smaller families. Okay. So if you see here, promoting the smaller families. Promoting the smaller families means we have seen the family planning slogan, Hum Do Hamare Do. That means a family, a smaller family is having a mother, father, and two children. So the government of India is encouraging the smaller families. Nowadays we see the people, those who are working, especially they are confining only to one child or two children, not more than two. Very rarely we can see three or four, right? Then second one, educating the people to use the contraceptives to delay the time period between the pregnancies and also to prevent unwanted pregnancies. Okay, so educating the people to use the contraceptive methods. Then raising the legal age of marriages. So raising the legal age of marriages. That means previously there is a child marriages, right? The people used to get at around 10 to 12 years, or once the girl attained puberty they used to get married, right? Around 12 years, 13 years, 14 years they used to get married. Now they raised the age. Now for female it is 18 years and for male it is 21 years, right? Rising the legal age of marriage for females it is 18 years and from male it is 21 years. Third one, incentives to the smaller families. Suppose if a woman goes for family planning operation to prevent the children again, that woman is given some monetary benefit. And the governments are giving some incentives, those are having smaller families, right? So these are the methods to control the growth of the population. Let us go for the next one is there, that is the contraceptive methods. Contraceptive methods we'll learn in the next class. But today it is over. Have a nice day. Thank you.